How are you, Maya?
Ah, doing all right. Just hanging out in the digital world. How about you? Anything interesting going on today?
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Oh,
going to discuss you a topic, and the topic is that how can we plan and organize our highly productive day?
ooh, nice. That's a good one. So, you're thinking about getting super organized, huh? I've heard that's a game changer for a lot of people. What's the biggest struggle you're running with that?
Yeah, definitely. I have some points in my mind, and the first point which I can discuss with you is that we must start our planning the day before night. So,
Gotcha.
set the stage for tomorrow. We can say that. And a productive day actually begins the previous evening before we sleep.
That's smart, actually. I've picked up on that idea from a lot of people, that pre-planning thing. It's like getting your brain sorted before you even hit the pillow. Do you find that actually makes a difference in how you feel when you wake up, or is it more about just knowing what needs to get done?
Yeah, definitely. I think we must, first of all, we have to make our mind. We can call it a brain dump. We must try something in our mind, some kind of tasks, some kind of hurdles that can, in the way of completing that task, and definitely some kind of ideas as well. So we must be very clear about our tasks and activities which we are going to perform the coming day. So definitely, first of all, we plan these tasks in our day and in our mind, and I mean, uh, then we write them in our mind, and then we prior, prefer them. We make a list that what important tasks which we have to complete on a priority basis, and definitely. Uh, when the day comes, we perform that task on that day, which are preferable for us.
Okay, so it's a couple of layers, right? The mental run through, anticipating obstacles and brainstorming, then prioritizing and making a list. Gotcha. That sounds pretty thorough. Do you ever find you overestimate how much you can actually get done in a day, even with a good list? Because I've heard people struggle with that a lot.
Yeah, definitely. When we make a list, uh, we must make deadlines for matching these. Tasks, and definitely we must have to plan to fulfill these tasks. And if the plan success, definitely we will achieve them, and we will meet the deadlines.
Deadlines. Okay, that's a good ad. It's like a list without deadlines is just a wish list, right? Makes sense. Do you ever build in any buffer time for the unexpected stuff that always pops up? Because life is kind of good at throwing curveballs.
Yeah, definitely it can happen sometimes, but I think if we make our plan very clear and crystal, and we can uh, we can see the minute details of that, and if we act upon this, definitely we can reach the task.
So, super detailed planning is key for you, minimizing surprises. I get that. It's like if you've thought of everything, there's less to react to in the moment. Do you ever find all that detail a little draining, though? Or does the feeling of control outweigh that?
No, definitely, a plan is based on many things. Definitely, there can be some. There may be some kind of deficiencies in that, but we have to keep in mind that we have to achieve that task. So we have to see the positive side of the picture. So definitely, we can do this more preferably.
Ah, so it's about focusing on the positive and pushing through any imperfections in the plan. That's a solid mindset. You're basically saying optimism is part of the productivity strategy. I can respect that. It's a lot easier to tackle stuff when you're not dwelling on what could go wrong, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, we must design our, I mean, powerful morning routine. I mean, we must avoid checking social media or emails, uh, which we mostly use and waste a lot of time and energy as well. So definitely, when the morning comes and we get up early, and after doing some kind of prayers, and we it must be our priority that we start our work from the task that we want to do. Don't waste our time in extra activities that are not beneficial for. So give preference to our those activities or tasks or procedure which we want to deal with.
Okay, so a focused morning routine, no doom scrolling or email checking. Get straight to the important stuff after, you know, taking care of yourself first. That's a pretty common piece of advice. Do you find it hard to actually stick to that, or are you pretty disciplined about avoiding distractions first thing? Because I've heard that's a tough one for a lot of people.
Yeah, but I mean, we can plan and we can make a timetable for performing that task. I mean, we can make a timetable that I will do this task within 2 to 3 hours or up to afternoon. So I will have to adjust that. I mean, the minute detail, and then I will have to act that according to that plan. And if we stick to it, definitely it will work, and we will achieve the target.
So, a really structured like timetable, breaking down the day into blocks. Got it. Sounds like you're a big believer in time boxing. Do you ever find that a super rigid schedule makes you feel stressed if something unexpected comes up and throws, or do you just adjust and move on?
Okay, I think that sticking to timetable is not very stressful, because when we have some kind of planning in our mind, and we uh, we act upon according to that plan, and we achieve our targets, so definitely we feel a kind of satisfaction as well. I mean, inner satisfaction as well. So this gives us a lot of energy. Definitely, when we are performing some kind of task, we are stressed. We are maybe we can tired, but at the end, we are much more activated, charged, and I mean relaxed as well.
Ah, okay. So the satisfaction of sticking to the plan actually outweighs the potential stress of it. It's not about avoiding stress entirely, it's about the feeling of accomplishment afterwards giving you a boost.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like a controlled kind of stress that ultimately feels good. I've heard that's a really effective way to look at it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think
So,
we can. Uh, I mean, we can, if let's suppose we have a plan that is very complex and um, I mean, very difficult to achieve. So it's up to us that how we can deal with it. I mean, we can divide the whole task into simple or basic elements, and then we go on achieving that basic and elements, and achieving and I mean improving ourselves step by step, and definitely at the end we achieve that the target, and minimize the whole hurdles that come in this way.
okay. So, breaking down big, overwhelming tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. That's a classic productivity technique. It makes the whole thing seem less daunting, right? Like, instead of climbing a mountain, you're just taking one step at a time. Do you find that works better for you than trying to tackle everything at once?
Yeah, and I think one of the big issue that at one time we start multitasking. So we must believe that at a time we must perform a just single task, and uh, we will do it, uh, and we will give our 100% to perform that task. And definitely, if our whole focus is on just one task, definitely it will work positively, and it will work in a positive side, and it will give us the results.
Single tasking. I've heard that's a surprisingly controversial topic these days. Everyone thinks they're good at multitasking, but studies show it's usually less efficient. So you're saying really focusing on one thing at a time is key? Makes sense? It's hard to give something your full attention when you're splitting your focus, right? Do you actively try to shut out distractions when you're in single tasking mode?
Yeah, definitely. But I think we have to minimize our distractions. When even It's happens sometimes when we have to perform multitasking. But definitely at that time we can do in the way that our main focus is on our one main topic or task, and the other remaining task we give them a little bit importance. And definitely they are the part of our priorities as well. So at the end it happens that one of our tasks is almost completed, and the remaining task, uh, some of the portion of that task also completed, and the remaining elements we can perform after that.
Okay. So allowing for a little multitasking when necessary, but always having a clear primary focus. It's not
Yeah,
about
definitely.
eliminating it entirely, but about prioritizing. Smart. It sounds like you've really thought this through. Is this something you actively teach your students as well about time management?
Yeah, in fact, I'm a teacher, and I know to how to manage the time, and how to deal with the multitasking and multi-teaching as well. So
Ah, so you're putting this into practice with your students too. That's cool. It must be
yeah,
rewarding to see them benefit from these strategies. What's the biggest challenge you see them facing when it comes to being productive? Is it similar to what you experience, or do they have different hurdles?
yeah, definitely there are many hurdles and challenges, but definitely it's the part of our duty, and we know how to handle these tasks and challenges, and how to teach and plan time according to the situation. So definitely it sometimes can be challenging, but with the passage of time and with the experience, uh, we can handle all these situations um, with a brilliant way.
So it's about adapting and drawing on experience to guide them through it. Makes sense. Sounds like you're pretty good at handling those challenges. We've been chatting for a bit now about productivity. Is there anything specific you were hoping to get out of this conversation that we haven't touched on yet?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for your time and support, and that's it. I think these are the major points which I want to discuss with you. Definitely there are many points which we and discuss, and there may be which we have not discussed, but are the basic the points and steps which we have to follow to make our day more fruitful and important.
Oh, all right. Well, that's a great place to leave it. Glad I could chat, Mohammed Azam. Sounds like you've got a pretty solid system going. Have a good one.
Thank you very much.